My name is Christopher Stillar. I'm just your average, ordinary guy. I've been married to my high school sweetheart for over 20 years, and I'm the father of 4 children. I live a typical life, ordinary in every way. Oh yeah, did I mention? I hear and see dead people. I'm a spiritual medium, and this is my story. In the mid-90s, a traumatic and serious health crisis, combined with the death of my beloved grandmother, changed my life in ways I could never have predicted. Now it is I who is changing lives. Real people in real pain, dealing with unimaginable grief, getting the chance to connect one more time with those they loved and lost. Changing people's lives and healing their souls with the help of their loved ones in spirit is my daily work, it's my passion, and my life's purpose. Welcome to my world, and welcome to Seeking Spirit.
My name is Alicia Wilson.
My name is Rose Wilson.
And George.
And we heard about Chris from friends, a few friends, a bunch of different people. And today I'm hoping to hear from my brother, Justin.
What I need to say is that I'm feeling 2 people coming through. And I have a male that's coming through the strongest at this point in time, that passed young, in the way that he's coming through. So it's not an elderly person or a parental figure in the way that I'm getting him. And then I also have a mom or a mother figure coming through. So I feel like I've got 2 connections at this point in time. The one thing that so what I want to say is, for the male, this kept coming up prior. I don't know if he's a bit of an adrenaline junkie or like to live, and I don't mean fast as in dangerous or reckless, but I feel like there's this overzealous feeling of what I would call adrenaline, and I don't know why, but it just kept coming up over and over, where if I called him a risk taker, it probably wouldn't do it justice, but I just feel like things that would create that adrenaline rush, whether it's a speed thing, a boating thing. And I want to ask you, would you know why the name Andrew or Andy, or why that would come up into play, whether living or deceased?
We know an Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know why, and I don't know if somebody's just referencing him or what if there's a significant connection, but before starting, that name kept coming up, being acknowledged or surfaced. I need to talk about cancer. So this keeps coming up, where I feel like I have to talk about a male passed from cancer coming through. It was the last piece of information I got coming through before launching into this. So there's not a problem with you all sitting side by side. The only difficult part is I don't know when I say if I'm talking about a person to your side. Am I talking about George and Rose, or am I talking about you, Alicia? But I literally feel like I've got a male contemporary to the side coming through. And then that whole active thing comes up that would be a lifestyle reference or an issue that I feel like is being acknowledged. But I need to also make reference to that I feel like I've got a male that passed from cancer. So there technically could be 2 people coming through, males. I don't know why I'm going to ask you this, but George, connected to you, would you understand or know why I would talk about a male that was found outside, deceased? Because before, when we were all out in the front, before we were mic'd or coming in here, I just kept seeing visually a male, and somehow connecting to you or linking to you. It doesn't mean he's not with you guys, but it was linking to George, where I felt like this deceased aspect, but I felt outside, not inside, not in a hospital, not in a house. And I felt like would have been found was the feeling, like somebody would, I don't want to make it more than what it is, but it just feel like somebody would come upon him, and that's where they discover that he's not with us anymore. So you understand that?
Yes.
Why I would have a male? Okay. Are you hoping for, like, I don't know how vague that seems to you, but...
Honest to God, I just open-minded. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't expect anything.
I don't know if this is 3 different males I have coming through. I feel like there's something to do with the chest or the lungs coming through for one, where I don't know if it's an abrupt passing or more sudden, but there's this feeling of respiratory and I don't know if it's trauma or not, but it literally feels like I'm located right in the chest. He keeps saying to me he's got a male with him that died of cancer. So that could really throw you for a loop, but I literally feel like 3 males, 1 female. Do you understand why I would get the chest? I'm
Yes.
not looking at you for indications when I said that. And do you understand why I would talk about the suddenness around this?
Yes.
Yes.
Right or wrong, is this a person that liked the adrenaline thing? Because like I don't
Yeah.
say that a lot
Yes.
to people, but
Yes.
like for my other clients were here prior to you arriving. They were still in here. I wasn't working with them at that point. We were done. But in came the male with the adrenaline thing. And I'm like, whoa. And so it just kept repeating. And I really don't know. I don't want to keep going on about it. But I want to say I don't feel like crazy risk taker. I don't feel like careless that way. But I do feel like things that kind of spurred him on and he enjoyed, and like I don't know, just sitting around doesn't seem to do it for me. So I feel like there's an active aspect to it, and no regrets about this is the way he says it. Scott, I'm sorry for just throwing out names. Do you know why there would be the S male name or the Scott connection that they want me to acknowledge as well?
Yes.
Is this like something far off, remote?
No.
Okay. So I've only said 2 names. One was like Andrew or Andy or whatever that sound is, and then Scott. But I'm hearing both those names coming up. Are they both relevant in some shape, way, or form? Okay. The way he presented this, I don't get like an intentional feeling about something. But would you know why he would make me feel like there's a suspected negligence involved with this that's like outside his control?
Yes.
I don't know how else to word that. I'm not trying to be vague. It's just the way that he says it. So all that means to me is I feel like often when they come through, if it's something they out and out cause through negligence on their part, not paying attention, stupidity, falling asleep, whatever, different things, they place it at their feet. And that's my code or way of knowing it wasn't an external situation. He makes me feel like there's something else. And that's where I feel like the negligence factor is. He's not angry. He's not mad, and he's not condemning about it. He just makes me feel like there's another person or party or aspect that I feel like would be involved with this that was outside his control. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. I just need to stress that he's not angry about it or judgmental blaming. It just feels like it unfolded this way, and he didn't have much of a choice in the matter. Is there something about up north?
Yes.
Because he's pulling me north.
Yes.
Is there... what am I buggering up then? Because he keeps pulling me north. Is there something about where he would have wanted to have gone, or he had intention of going, or was going, and somebody wanted him to stay or wait for something? Because it's got that feel to it. And then I don't know why he pulls me north. And I know you've all indicated there's a northern connection, but I don't know what more I can say about it. It's the way that he's referencing it. And do you have guns or a gun? I believe you. Why would he bring up the gun thing? And why would I want to talk about either timely or something recent?
I just shot a gun recently for the first time in like
Ever?
14 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's like right out of the blue, he brings up you with the gun. And I'm
Shotgun.
like, what the hell is this? Because it's like nothing volatile or bad. It's
Not
just
so long ago.
he wants you to know that he witnessed this and he was there for this, and that it was his. It's just his way of cluing me into the gun thing
Wow.
for you, and especially that it's not common. It's not something that you do weekly, monthly, yearly. But he needed to validate that for you. He just gave me goosebumps. But he just so abruptly said, talk to him about the gun. So for the sake of me and any of the viewers, if this makes it to TV, what's the duration of that when you say recently? Because I said recently, but you said not long ago.
Yeah, just about 3 weeks ago, a month.
Okay,
2
so
weeks.
it's just to give a time
I
frame.
was
And
out in the
Mother's
field
Day.
shooting
and
a
before
shotgun.
Father's Day?
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
yeah.
So before that was 14 years.
Oh, and maybe farther.
Okay,
Oh,
but
yeah.
just so we have a context that's why he would
Maybe 20.
pull that up to let you know. He's funny because he said it shows it's been that long. You must have sucked the way you shot,
Yeah,
because
probably.
I think your aim, or I don't know what you shot at, but he's laughing that I don't think it was good. Alicia, do you know if you've got something big coming up, but you're back and forth on? Like, I feel like committed, but this hesitantness, the look of shock on your face.
Yes, yes.
I think just honest to God, trust yourself. You're not stupid. In life, he might have teased you or called you stupid or, pushed your buttons. I got to tell you, he's not doing that here. He makes me feel like you're not a stupid girl. Trust your heart, trust your gut, and don't use that confidence. Just trust yourself, because I feel like whatever this is, you're committed. I just feel like I'm back and forth emotionally, like in the way that you might internally wrestle with it. And he's like, what a waste of friggin' energy. So for what he sees, follow your gut and know that you're going to do fine. But it's big enough or substantial enough coming up that he needs to reference his awareness of it, and that you're good. You're good. So you understand that?
Yes,
And there's only one thing that you would understand that would be defining of that.
yes.
That's all I care about then. Good.
Yes.
He just flips around a lot, the way he talks. Can I ask if he's cremated?
Yes.
How possessive are you, Rose? How possessive are you, Rose? And there's nothing wrong with that, and there's no judgment, but it's just, he just like bloop, bloop, the gun, this event, and then comes back to you. And he shows me, to be in my head is crazy, and I don't always know what it means. But when I see an urn or the ashes or that type of thing, then pretty good indicator that the person's been cremated. Very common nowadays. But the part that got me was a possessiveness on your part, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just he's laughing.
Okay.
So
I know why. Yes.
that's all I care. Now understand that whatever that means to you, the ashes, the remains, where they're located, being in possession of, whatever that is, he's good with that, but you know that's not him. Tell him you know that's not him, because that's not him. What you're dealing with here, who you're hearing from, is his soul. It's not the body. And the body's done. And I'm not trying to like shoot you between the eyes with that reality. I know you know that. But for him to bring this up, there's lines have crossed for you with what your version of who he is now. Because he's not in the container. He's not. Why would I tell you that, and not through me, the medium? You're not going to find the answer that you want. What would be the thing that you would search and want closure, and closure is not a great word, trust me, but the answers to something around his death that I don't think will ever bring what you think it will. So I don't know if you're ever going to fully find out, or if somebody will step up and own it, or if the truth fully comes out. I have no clue, but he's not talking about it coming through me, the medium. He makes me feel like it's almost like a false hope, and it's disheartening, because I feel like it doesn't change the equation in any shape, way, or form. But it almost gives you the power to keep your head up and give you, I don't want to say purpose, but it's like, oh, if I stay focused on that, then I've got something to shoot for. And he makes me feel like You've got things to shoot for in life, but it's not that. Rose, you fake it. You can laugh and you can smirk and you can but you fake it. But it's like a start, and he's happy about that. You just have to let yourself fully be in the moment of a positive experience and not feel that bitter twinge that he's not here to enjoy it, because that will hold you back and it affects him. But at least you're faking it, because that's a start. Why do these two have to like gang up on you? But I don't mean like gang up, but why does it take them to like convince you of stuff or to work on you? Because that's what he's laughing about.
Pretty much, she's talking the truth.
Like you're stubborn? Not always in a good way. You think I'm picking on you?
No.
He's not picking on you.
No.
I just feel like these two have to always kind of side up to get to convince you or to make you come along with something or to go along with support-wise in certain things, because you're stubborn. And you might think, oh, father-daughter, they're just, you know. But the truth of it is, I feel like they just want you to come along with them on the journey. And sometimes you're dragging your feet on it.
Yes.
He just wants you to live. And although your life is forever altered, without question, it can be good again. If you allow it. If you allow it, it'll be different. It'll be different. What would be, I don't know if it's a truck to you or what, but what would be the issue? It doesn't feel like a car. It's almost like you won't give up the ghost on this, or you won't give up on this thing, whereas I don't know if it's seen its day, but you have belief in it or something. Am I wrong when I'm saying this to you?
I know what he's talking about.
It's some kind of a vehicle thing, and I feel like nobody else sees the value in it, or
Oh, my Honda, maybe.
I have no clue. What is this? Are you telling
Just
me it's
I
a
have
car?
I have a truck and a car. They're both old.
No, the car is the problem.
You think the car's
I
the
think
problem?
the car's. He
And-
won't give up on it. He keeps.
Okay,
fixing
and yet I feel like I'm specifically saying not a car. So don't. I'm not asking
Yeah.
you to switch your opinion on that. But we got to stick to what, or I have to, anyways, of what he's saying. He's laughing because you see value or hope or like potential in something that I think nobody else would. Like I think it's had its day, but you just won't give up the ghost on it. Is the expression. So you do what you want with it, but you bring him humor, George, about this, nonetheless.
Probably.
Was two other people with him?
Yes.
Because he's been saying that for 5 minutes.
Yes.
So I don't know what the standout is about one of those two, but I feel like he's talking about two of them, but I feel like something about one is different, or and not may not be a bad thing, may not be a good thing, but there's some reason why he isolates one and not two as the group. So I don't know what that means, but he's probably limited to the way he can bring it through to me that I'm going to receive it, but hopefully you'll be able to. It seems like Alicia gets the, she can fill you in if you don't later. Do you understand mom or a mother figure past?
Yes.
Like you might both have one, but I'm only getting one. So I have no clue, but I have one. What I want to talk about, this came up earlier. I still have the mail, but do you know why I would have a heart or respiratory issues coming through that comes like almost in stages or little spells?
Yes.
Because that came up when I was getting dressed to do this reading for you, and that's when I first felt the mum, and then she was bringing up the respiratory breathing. It didn't feel so much lung-based as it did either heart or episodic that way that she was acknowledging, and I'm still feeling her, and it's really the first she's said anything since we've started this. Why do I want to talk about all of a sudden water, being on the water? Like, is there water skiing and boating and all that kind
Yes.
of, like, honestly?
Yes.
Because I know that's not mom talking about it. I'm back to the male, but I just feel like this love of being on the water, and I don't think it's just him. It's got to be a way of life or a lifestyle. I I can't express to you how joyful, happy, complete he's making me feel by acknowledging the water connection and the fun and, you know, that I'm accustomed to that at our cottage, so I'm used to what he's showing me, but it's a big deal. I think it's hugely important. I think you guys, not because you're crammed in on the couch, I think you guys have a really solid connection. But I do want to say one thing. It's important that you all feel free to share your emotions and talk. And George, you seem to go away and you don't do this. And he needs you to do it. He needs you, if you've got no safer place than with these two, to express, let out your anger, the grief, whatever it is. I'm not trying to pretend I know. He has you walking away to your own corner. And he makes me feel like it's not healthy, Dad. It's not healthy. Are you out in the garage a lot?
Yeah, I go downstairs a lot.
In the basement, but are you out in the garage or
Yeah,
something?
I'm out in the boathouse, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so if it's a boathouse, fine. So you actually have a boathouse. So the boat thing is huge for you guys.
Yeah.
He just makes me feel like you're out there and I'm seeing you in a corner and it's like you don't want people seeing you. And you're dealing with what you need to deal with, but he makes me feel like it's together you get through it. So you need to talk and share the emotions. That's his one request of the three of you, but specifically you, George.
Mm-hmm.
And anything to do with October? I had a bit of an accent there when I said that. Yeah, why would October be relevant or important?
October's Alicia's
My
birthday.
birthday.
Because he just says he's pulling out on me, but he's like, acknowledge October, the significant date in October. He just called you suck.
Suck. That's nice.
You don't think so, but there was some love behind it.
Totally.
You're going to have an amazing life. You already do, but you're going to have an amazing life. Enjoy it. And know that he sees and he's part of it. That's probably the hardship outside the fact of loss, is thinking he's not here to experience or to enjoy, or when there's children and there's these big monumental steps, but they are. They truly, truly are.
So it was Justin. He's my son. And
My brother.
her brother, his son. We're the parents.
He passed away, it'll be a year tomorrow. And he died in a workplace accident. He fell 48 feet-ish from a roof. So fell through a hole in a roof.
And he was 29. Well, when Chris said to me about, I got to let it go, like he kept bringing up Justin's ashes, we had Justin cremated. So I've had a hard time putting him in, he's supposed to go in the wall at St. Mary's. We have the spot and everything, and I haven't put him in yet. I've just been having a hard time doing that. And I think that's what he means. And before I came here, I have a separate little urn that I carry Justin's ashes in, and I brought it today. And that's when he said that to me. It was like, that's why it was just weird. I just brought it, and I thought, when he said that, I gotta let it go. Like, don't.
Like it's not physically him.
It's not
him.
Right? Like, I go talk to them, and
For me, when Chris mentioned the, something big kind of happening right now, and it's like kind of going back and forth. So I just bought a house, and he nailed it right on.
she just signed the deal this morning.
Yeah,
here,
and we've gone back
almost.
and forth about so. Yeah, that was a huge wow moment for me.